Okay, two announcements that I have. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to this video. The first announcement has to do with the 4th of November. The planning of what each hour is about is now complete for the online retreat. The retreat is called Sexuality Beyond Sex, and you do not want to miss it. You want to know if you are in a healthy space sexually, and healthy space sexually doesn't mean celibacy. It doesn't mean overindulgence. It doesn't mean overstimulation. It just means you're right, perfect spot when it comes to your own sexuality and understanding how it looks like beyond sex, beyond including another person, beyond self-pleasure. What does it look like when you're just being yourself, and how long can you keep it going? How long have you had it for? That's what this online retreat is going to be about, and I really would love you to join. I have now all the details down below. You can check out the link that I have. So that on the way. Second announcement, I have a discount running for one of my programs called Back to Your Joy in 3 days, which is what this video is really about, getting back to your joy. And it gives you a full 3 days. I don't want to give it away. A full 3 days of how to get back to your joy. If you are in a space where you feel like you need a reset, you have been working on yourself, but somehow you lost it. You lost yourself. You lost what you're, or where you want to go. This is a perfect program for you. You can do it at your own pace, in your own home. You choose which 3 days you want. Most people start on Friday and take it up to Sunday, but you can choose what you want. And or for people who do not know where to start, they've been getting all this information about how to better themselves, but it's just like, where do I begin? Do I begin with this? Do I begin with that? So it is such a wonderful program if one, you need a reset, or you do not know where to start. So get that program. It's now on a discount, and there's a discount code down below. Those are an announcement. Now to the video of the title that you saw, which is Back to Your Joy, which is what your joy looks like. And I made an emphasis on your, because we get so caught up on what we think joy looks like. Some people think joy is excitement. Some people have seen what joy looks like for their parents, what joy looks like for what we see in the movies, what we see, what we read in books, what we hear in music. And I would like to put an emphasis on your joy. And the reason for that you have your personal, really well organized joy that you came with on earth. And that joy could look like very different things. It doesn't have to look like a party, dancing at a party. It doesn't have to look like a smile on your face all the time, or a smile on your face at all. For some people, their joy looks like seriousness. It looks like being serious. It looks like that's where their joy comes from. It looks like tackling really some issues from the community that are serious, that need to be fixed, and that's their joy. That seriousness is who their joy comes from. And then for some people, their joy looks like anger. It looks like being angry at what's going on, at things that are going on. And for some people, which that includes me, joy looks like ecstasy, like doing everything that you love, focusing on spreading that joy, and focusing on what is it that I feel like more than what is it that is right, what is it that I'm supposed to do, what is it that I'm meant to do, and things like that, but more focusing on what is it that I like. So for many people, joy looks very different for them. And it's very important for you to know what yours look like, so that you don't go ahead and you push for some joy that has nothing to do with you, that is somebody else's joy, and you still feel unhappy whilst you are doing the joyful things, whether the joyful thing is traveling, or the joyful thing is going to parties, or whatever it is, right? And I want to share with you what is it that stops us from knowing what our joy is. And one of the things that stops us is not knowing the truth, or not wanting to face the truth. Truth about what? Because truth is a very big, vague term. So truth about, first of all, truth about where you've been. It's so important to get clear about the truth about where you've been. That's where therapy comes in, where you meet with a psychologist and you talk about your past, and you make sure that there are no things from the past that are still holding you back. That's where writing a book about yourself, I think it's called by Jordan Peterson, it's called self-authoring. That's where self-authoring comes in. That's where you are able to really face where you've been. And sometimes we want to be strong and we want to be like, oh no, it didn't affect me that much. What happened yesterday, no, that didn't affect me. Oh, I don't have to be stuck in the past. I'm moving on. Oh, I've forgiven that person. I've forgiven myself, rushing the process of like, this is where I've been. And where you've been includes looking closely at who your family is, who are they truly, who your people are, who your neighbors are, who your friends have been, and things like that. So, first things first, the truth about where you've been, it will tell you where your joy is where you will find your joy by facing where you've been, and that's what will decide what your joy is. Secondly, is the truth about where you are right now. And that's very important. Like, and that's where shadow work comes in, because now that I've looked at the past, I might be ashamed about it and going, you know what, I am ashamed. And we've come to a place where we do not want to speak like that. The culture now is about affirmations, it's about being positive, it's about, and less about talking the truth. And I think instead of pushing yourself to be positive and being like, I am strong, I am just going, I'm actually ashamed, I'm embarrassed, I'm angry, I am disappointed, I am sad, I am all these things about the current situation you are in. And shadow work is very important with that, to really face where you are right now. And sometimes even facing that where you're at right now is maybe a place of lack, that you know what, where I'm at right now is a place of I maybe do not have what I want, whether that what I want is a career that I want, the money that I want, the partner that I want, and accepting that and being like, okay, I know where I want to go, but right now this is where I am, and letting that be a certain space for you. So that's the first thing. And then the third thing is the truth about where you're going. And that's where purpose comes in, where you're finding now what your purpose is, what career you want to be, what is it that you would want for the future. And that's where most of the affirmation work, the manifestation work focuses on. It focuses so much on the future. And I think the first two are important to do before you tell the truth about where you're going. Now, when you know what your purpose is, maybe your purpose is to, like the first example I had about, for some people, their joy looks like seriousness. Maybe your purpose is to fix what's going around you. Maybe it's not your purpose. And we look at it and we admire the person that is maybe an activist and that is fixing issues around them. And we're like, I need to be like that. But not knowing that's not where your joy is. Your joy could be not fixing things. It could be maybe bringing even more happiness once the things are fixed, or even before the things are fixed, all right? So now where you're going, the truth about that has to do with also where you are right now. So where I am right now, it is important for me to acknowledge that the next step that I could take couldn't be this. For example, maybe you are not moving at the moment, and then maybe running a marathon could not be the next step. Maybe the next step could be just like, I'm gonna run every day for 10 minutes. That could be the nice next step. So telling the truth about where you're going by really looking closely at where you are and what you can afford, what's possible, what's doable, what will be joyful for you to do. Those are all important things. So that's it for today. That is what I wanted to share with you when it comes to what your joy looks like and how to tell the truth about that. Now, I want to remind you about the discount that is going on right now for this program. It's Back to Your Joy in 3 days. Each day you're given what to focus on. You don't have to change your planning. You don't have to take time off work or take time off school. Just as it is, you are able to continue with that. And it focuses on alone time. It focuses on treating yourself well. And also focusing on clearing space so that you have enough space to listen to your own intuition. That is what this is about. It actually sharpens your intuition so that you can hear more about what is it that you're supposed to do and what it is that your joy looks like, so that you are not following other people's joy. And that's it for today. And I hope to see you on the 4th of November. Bye bye.